When I was CEO of GoBundance, we rolled out a whole family division called FamBundance. And so we put on events where the family gets to come and be a part of what we do at GoBundance. And that really honors the family pillar and the authentic relationship aspect of GoBundance.
I would love to hear just the partnership of you collaborating with your wife and putting this thing together so people like us can be the recipients of this. You made this a mission, which is beautiful.
Yeah. That playbook is something that, obviously one of the exercises is Miracle Morning related, but the others in there, quite honestly are not. And we were going to write this book either way, but we had already written the Miracle Morning for Parents and Families that teaches the Miracle Morning and how to do it with your kids. And, honestly, we sold a lot more books than we thought we would. Hal's platform and his ability to market and his machine that he's created is remarkable. And so when we wanted to write this playbook, we went to Hal.
Where is Hal?
And said, hey, can we just make this a companion guide or go along with the book that we wrote together? Because I just knew that, you can sell 4 or 5 of these a month if you do it on your own and self-publish, unless you really get lucky or you strike a nerve. Or we can get these to hundreds of families a month, working with Hal. And so we struck up another partnership with Hal. And what we did is we used the experience of having led hundreds of families in live events through these exercises. And then we were able to then take those, which, I went through Exchange and was one of their first certified facilitators before it was even called Exchange, and did a lot of appreciative inquiry work. So I used all of that work in these events to have families become better families. It turns out that it works just as good for a team or an organization as it does for a family. And so, we decided to document it all. And my wife took, all the things we had led these families through for many years. Because when I was CEO of GoBundance, we rolled out a whole family division called FamBundance. And so we put on events that were, and we still do to this day, events where the family gets to come and be a part of what we do at GoBundance. And that really honors the family pillar and the authentic relationship aspect of GoBundance. So that's where that came from. And it was fun working on it with my wife. Like we're great partners. We think very differently. I think there's always like a middle point where there's some friction, and we're able to work through that. We work with Dr. Kelly. He's great. He's awesome.
I really like what you said on that, and I'll kick it to you, Andrew. This idea that you were experiencing it and documenting the entire process and trial and error. And that it's like a whole process to get to the finished product of the book. And I know we teach this, but Andrew and I, is like everything time you're doing something, document the process of you doing it. So that way you could build it to scale. And it's essentially what you did. You're like teaching and talking and capturing it and documenting it and, fixing it and making it better, upgrading it. And eventually you could get it down to a condensed 100-page version of everything that you've done over the course of like the last several years, because you've rehearsed it and refined it and simplified it so much. So I just want to acknowledge you and appreciate you for that, because I'm going to be on the recipient end of all those errors and all those countless hours and all those painful friction points with you and Lindsay. And then I get to benefit from it as a stranger. And I just want to say thank you. And all of our listeners appreciate that as well. So thanks, Mike. And thank you to Lindsay.